frazzled from recording the previous 3 games. Let's get into it. Vanny versus Splashtown. This is GSCPLIII. Lax on Lax. I don't know. Anything could happen. The sky is the limit. It could be rollout Lax. It could be boom Lax. It's not going to be either is my guess. Because why? But after the sights I've seen today, anything's probable. I haven't seen any Jolteons this week, which has made me sad. So, I want to see Jolteon. That's my hope. Standard opening lines, and unfortunately, we are being smacked in the gut by a double edge from some kind of car company through our ads. Thunder into Lax. It's a crit. We've been seeing a lot of those these weeks. Haha, you know, if you know, you know. But it gets rested off. The mailing? I don't understand. Lovely Kiss, though, lands on the cloister. Spikes may very well have been denied for this game. This could be Curse EQ Double Edge. It could be Curse Double Edge Boom. It could be Curse Double Edge Rest. Destiny Bond. No Double Edge. I mean, no EQ. Curses again. Destiny Bond again. Destiny Bond's a 3rd time. You're burning your Destiny Bonds. Dynamic Punch misses. That's not doing too much to applause Dulax. Curse is up again. This is looking like a Mono Lax. D-Punch. D-Punch is interesting with Destiny Bond. In this scenario specifically, because even if you do call the Destiny Bond turn correctly, he could get confused and hit himself on the EQ. D-Bonds. Down to 3 D-Bonds. Vanny's being pretty liberal with those. These low PP moves are going to bite the Gengar. I assume it has T-Bolt last. And he lands the EQ into the Gar. Nice. This Lax is scary because now it just threatens to kill things. Thunder, no para. Zapdos drops. 19% recoil. Golem comes in. Does it just boom? It does, yeah. It's Jolteon! Let's go! It's Jolteon! I'm so happy! Oh, I'm so happy. I gotta see a Jolteon. Oh. I just feel deep inside immeasurable pleasure. Explosion into the Sleeping Claw is kind of depressing, but you gain such a massive lead with the lead Lovely Kiss Curse Double Edge EQ Lax. Jolteon could be sub here. Yeah. These Jolteons are usually BP stuff. HP Water is expected, and Roar is also expected. Lax comes in, it's asleep. But there's a Jolteon on the other side, and I don't think it's gonna be able to pull it out versus Gengar. SP. Oh! Double Growth Pass! Hold on! Hold on! Hold on! I swear, I'm pretty sure this is Growth Pass. Oh my goodness. I hope you can hear my excitement. I've always been a huge fan of Growth Pass. I've built several Growth Pass teams, including one with the same 6 as Splashtown. And it just brings me so much pleasure to see double Growth Pass on my screen. That Thunder Para, full para, it might have actually gone another way. No, it wouldn't have. I'm jawning. Oh, that makes me feel so happy. That was 4 minutes long. We're doing another one. Soft Potato and Airfare. Ready, set, go. Zapdos on Zapdos. please have another Jolteon. That's all I can say. Thunders and switch. Koi comes in, eats a double edge. Some standard early game lines. Koi comes in. Toxic. And spikes. Patat's Cloy might just switch out here, yeah, electing not to take Toxic, which gives a rather distinct advantage to Patat in the Spikes War. That para's big. The Zapdos could very well press for beating down the Lax through it, but no. Yeah, and if they had hit the Thunder, they would have gotten it too. Oh. So maybe a wasted opportunity, but if Lax just rests as is, or you miss if Lax doesn't full para, or you missed Thunder, it's just kind of a meh turn. But sometimes you do just push for that luck, and you could be very rewarded for it. But Tentacruel coming in here, trying to catch the Snorlax resting. Nalo calling airfare out in the chat. But it's Spin Tentacruel. I was so excited to see SD Tentacruel. You gotta deny me like that. You gotta deny me like that. Chloe comes in. Spin. Chloe can always come into Golem because it's not been toxic yet. And this is where that distinct advantage in the Spikes War, what I was talking about, comes in. Not in the fact that there's a Tentacruel on the other side. That just alone is big in the Spikes War. But in the Golem Cloy dynamic, having your opponent's Cloy be toxic and yours not is big. Lax switching into Thunder without spikes. Curses up. Okay. Golem comes in on a potential rest. Yes, it does. Likely seeing a rapid spin and then a roar. R-A-W-R. Double edge, so this Golem staves off the Lax pretty well. Lax elects not to sleep talk. Therefore, drops a minute in the time bank, switches Zapdos into Zapdos. Lax comes in and gets an opportunity to go to town on the abrasive surface of Golem. The rock, the boulder, the oddly shaped sphere with arms and a face. Browser lags, but it is HP Ice. Thunder does 30 and gets the para. No spikes up on either side. Golem is slowly getting chipped down. Chloe comes into the para and Lax and finds a Zapdos. These two buddies have a toxic relationship at best. In this case, they have a poison relationship. But at worst, they're downright enemies. Zapdos has been bullying Cloyster in the schoolyard for many, many decades. You'd think they would have graduated high school by now. Golem comes into the second full para on the Lax into Golem switch. Just rest off the para. And it's at this point where I say, screw it, we're going to hyper fast, boys. Curse comes in, we see a double edge, no, gets roared out. Right on. Hold on. I got punished immediately for going into hyper fast. Pretend like you did not see that. So this all is fine. Roars into a Rhydon, which is weird because, I don't know. Rhydon does not check electrics at all very well. It's about as good an electric check as Marowak is. Sometimes worse. But, This team looks brutally weak to HBI Water Zapdos. Like, it just OHKOs 3 members of your team. And then you have a Zapdos and a Restock Lax helps. But, like, no pursuit for that. So, like, Gengar plus Zapdos looks brutal. Vappy comes in, decent switch to Rhydon, except when it crits you, even though you can just rest off now. Rhydon feels obligated to switch. Baton Pass Vappy! So I didn't get my wish of Jolteon, but I got my wish of Growth Pass. Yo. Spike into the Tenna. Goes to Lax on the spin. That crit on the Vappy is pretty big. Rhydon is really scary because the Cloyster is low. That Toxic on the Cloyster really matters. Sleep Talk. Oh, this looks bad. This looks bad unless it's the obscure Sleep Talk Surf. No, it's EQ. That looks pretty bad. Rock Slide does not a lot, but it does. Well, it does a hefty chunk, but just get EQ. Rhydon's taking damage. You can't really switch into it at this point. If it Rock Slides your Zapdos, kaput. If it EQs everything else, does not have a fun day. Airfare drops really low in his time bank. Does he let the Lax go? He rests it. That's throwing the hands of Faden. You could just double edge here. I think EQ was strictly better unless you're trying to preserve it like that. And you were trying to sack Golem to EQ, but Rhydon calls it wrong. Rock Slides into the Golem, so Golem gets a chip on the Rhydon. You're gonna finally let the Cloy or Vappy come in. Vappy comes in. Therefore, drop down to 5 seconds there. Zap comes in. Do we see a BP? Yes, we do. Goes to the Lax. So, okay. This looks really rough for Airfare, though. Batat seems to have the upper hand numerically, objectively, and also just positionally. This Cloyster is never getting any work done. The Vappy is just too low. The Golem's gone. Booms on the Tenna. That's nice. Lax on Lax. That you don't win that matchup. You choose not to Sleep Talk as Airfare chooses not to Sleep Talk as the other Lax curses. Vappy comes in, just gonna die to an attack. No. It's a curse. Does it Hydro here? Does it BP? It Acid Armors. So it's Acid Armor BP. You die anyways because Acid Armor BP is kind of bad sometimes. Acid Armor Vappy BP. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. That crit with the Rhydon really sucks. Maybe it isn't Growth Pass Vappy, or it could still be BP, Acid Armor, Growth, Sub, or BP, Acid Armor, Surf, Growth. Other Lax looks like it just wins unless there's a Gengar, but there's not gonna be one. Your Lax drops to Jinx. That does not look good. You have to land the Lovely Kiss here. But he calls you out. Sleep Talks rules double edge. It's over. It's just done. This game does not have a happy ending for the Airfare. Those ticket prices were too high, and they came crashing down into a loss. Tentacruel Rhydon. What the heck? Funny thing, the Team Airfare is using usually does, like, those 6, minus the Golem, often carries a Rhydon. That's a sample team. I believe it doesn't have Acid Armor past Vappy, but Patat just kind of murked Airfare this time. Alright. So, that was a lot of Growth Pass. Maybe too much to handle? I don't know. That's for the viewers to decide. Viewer, singular.